more on the ancient hieroglyphics and legends of the star people and the flying shields, the flying saucers, these flying machines of the ancient gods. What are these flying machines of the gods that are seen in numerous depictions of ancient cultures around the world? Well, we even have witnesses of them. The Tully Papyrus is written by an ancient pharaoh of ancient Egypt, and he states that he was witnessing the overlords of Egypt coming down from the skies over the Giza pyramids, and he was astonished and fearful, in awe of them. And we even have the hieroglyphs of the Seti temple in Abydos showing hieroglyphs of flying saucers, jet airplanes, helicopters, submarines, advanced technology, some of these things we have today. Now, what are these flying machines of the gods? And even in the Emerald tablets, the Atlantean Thoth who wrote them talks about the ancients having very advanced technology, air travel, and interstellar travel with spaceships. Now, these flying machines that the gods had, the gods, quote unquote, are seen in cultures around the world, and we've seen numerous ancient depictions of these mysterious flying objects belonging to these space alien gods. But what are they? Do these so-called gods really need objects to help them fly? And what do these depict, and what do they mean? The Hopi Indians of Arizona speak of the Kachina spirits and their incredible ability to fly across the skies in their so-called flying shields, and which the ancients called Patu Vota. According to the natives, these unique flying objects were circular in shape as the shield of a warrior and emitted a thunderous sound. They called them the flying shields. In one of the many depictions found throughout the Hopi Islands, the lands, there is a curious drawing in which the Hopi depict a character sitting on one of those flying shields, showing its relatively small and maneuverable appearance. And here we have an image of the replica from China, a mysterious painting found in China depicting beings sitting in their flying saucers. Now, what were these flying machines, and what do they really depict? Are they the flying shields? Are they really necessary for the gods to fly in? Or are these depictions of the Hopi mere psychological manifestations or creations of the collective unconscious? But if these are only psychological manifestations of the Hopi, why do similar depictions appear in other ancient cultures around the world? These unique flying shields are mentioned by Lao Chi-pen, an archaeologist of the University of Beijing in China, referring to a mysterious cave painting and paintings discovered by him in China recently in 1961. In fact, among many drawings found in the Hunan province, one in particular represents a rare scene showing hunting animals fleeing in one direction pursued by men armed with spears. Above in the sky are two strange characters that seem to have some sort of halos on their heads and carrying unknown weapons. Flying in the sky, sitting on small circular objects like these flying shields described by the Kachina of Arizona. Now, is this a mere coincidence? The objects mentioned by the Hopi and the paintings found in China are not the only ones. Julius Obsequens writes around 100 BC, Fax ardens tranquillis late visa subito. Anyway, this is what he reports. When C. Murius and L. Valerius were consuls in Tarquinia, towards sunset, a round object, like a globe, a round or circular shield, took his path in the sky from west to east. In 91 BC, he reports, at Aranea, while Luvius Trosso was promulgating the laws at the beginning of the Italian War, at sunrise there came a terrific noise in the sky, and a globe of fire appeared burning in the north. In the territory of Spoletum, a globe of fire of golden color fell to the earth, gyrating, and then seemed to increase in size, rose from the earth, and ascended into the sky, where it obscured the sun with its brilliance. It revolved towards the eastern quadrant of the sky." End quote. And finally, Obsequens provides another example of this phenomenon from the year 42 BC, stating simply that, quote, "something like a sort of weapon or missile rose with a great noise from the earth and soared into the sky." End quote. And we have similar depictions of beings sitting on some sort of objects that seem to be made to fly. A statue found in Veracruz, Mexico, currently displayed at the De Young Museum in San Francisco, depicts a mysterious creature which seems to sit on top of some sort of a shield. Is that another coincidence? This is on Humans Are Free, and it's a Creative Commons from Ancient Code. Similar hieroglyphs and petroglyphs found in ancient India, 10,000-year-old rock paintings depicting UFOs and aliens. The State Department of Archaeology and Culture in Chhattisgarh, India, is seeking assistance from the Indian Space Research Organization to research a set of ancient rock paintings found inside caves near the town of Charama in Kanker district in the tribal Bastar region, according to the news report of the Times of India. According to one archaeologist, the art reflects the belief among ancient humans that we are not alone in the universe. The Indian state of Chhattisgarh has an abundance of ancient rock paintings, and according to their website, many sites have paintings of humans and animals in everyday scenes. But some researchers have referred to a more unusual paintings, such as those depicting what appear to be kangaroos and giraffes, which are not native to the country, as well as human-fish hybrid creatures. Now, it's claimed that aliens and UFOs can be added to this collection. Quote, "the paintings are done in natural colors and have hardly faded despite the years. The strangely carved figures are seen holding weapon-like objects and do not have clear features. Especially the nose and mouth are missing. In few pictures they are even shown wearing spacesuits." End quote. This is what archaeologist J.R. Bhagat says. Bhagat, who has studied the rock art, claims that the newly discovered depictions date back some 10,000 years, although the dating method has not been clarified. Bhagat suggests that the images may depict extraterrestrials and UFOs, as the paintings include large humanoid beings descending from the sky, some wearing what looks like a helmet or antenna, as well as a disc-shaped craft with 3 rays or legs coming from its base. Quote, "the findings suggest that humans in prehistoric times may have seen or imagined beings from other planets, which still create curiosity among people and researchers. Extensive research is needed for further findings. Chhattisgarh presently does not have any such expert who could give clarity on the subject." This is what Bhagat told Times of India. Bhagat explained that there are several beliefs among locals from the area. While few worship the paintings, others narrate stories they have heard from ancestors about Rohilla people, which translates to the small-sized ones. According to legend, the Rohilla people used to land from the sky in a round-shaped flying object and take away 1 or 2 persons of the village who never returned. However, Bhagat does concede, quote, "we can't refute possibility of imagination by prehistoric men," end quote. Bhagat has not made reference to the fact that the paintings in question depict what, in other contexts, archaeology typically identify as shamanic images of humans, human-animal hybrids, and geometric forms. Images of figures with antlers, antennae, or spirit rays are familiar, and in fact quite common in shamanic art. The research on the rock paintings is ongoing, and Bhagat says more archaeologists will be consulted to help identify the mysterious creatures and objects in the ancient artwork. This is on Humans Are Free, Creative Commons by April Holloway, Ancient Origins. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.